Hawk. Hunt and respond to Microsoft Cloud threats with open source precision.
In this tutorial, we'll be going over the three permission types required to run Hawk. The first permission type is Entra ID. The second permission type is Exchange Online, and the third permission type is the Microsoft Graph. We will be going over each permission types and how to assign them to a user. The first permissions we're going to focus on is the Entra ID permissions. We're going to add a user to the Global Reader role group. We're going to start in the Azure portal under Roles and Administrators and search for the Global Reader group. In the Global Reader group, we're going to look for active assignments. And then we're going to add a user to those active assignments. You can also add a group. So if you have a group of users that you want to give access that need to run Hawk, you can provide the permissions to a group as well. We're going to select members. We're going to search for our member. Select Hawk Tester 2, which is our user, and then we're going to select Next. If you're using PIM features, you can make this user eligible. In this scenario, we're going to make them permanently active. And assign. The next permissions we're going to assign are in Exchange Online in the M365 admin portal. Starting in the M365 admin center, we're going to ensure that Exchange is selected. We're going to create a new role group. We're going to name this Hawk Tester 04. Select Next. The permissions required are user options, view only audit logs, view only configuration, and view only recipients. Then select Next. Then we're going to add a user. Select Next. Confirm that the permissions that you want are in the role group assigned: user options, view only audit logs, view only configuration, and view only recipients. You're going to select Add Role Group. This will create the role group with the users and the correct permissions required in order to run Hawk. The third and final permissions we'll be discussing are the Microsoft Graph permissions. These permissions need to be consented to by an administrator of Azure. These permissions are going to be assigned to the application of the Microsoft Graph PowerShell inside of Azure. I'll demonstrate. The administrator will need to connect to the Microsoft Graph using the following scopes: user read all, directory read all, device management service config read all, audit log read all, identity risk event read all, and identity risky user read all. These permissions are scoped for the user that needs to be running PowerShell. The administrator will connect to the graph, use their administrative login, and consent to the following permissions on behalf of your organization. This will allow the users that were entered into the previous role groups the ability to run the Microsoft Graph PowerShell module that is used within Hawk.